Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Maddles and today I'm doing a review of the Catz G.L.I.D.E 5 from Cyborg Gaming, and this is their mid-range gaming surface. It's really solid. Packaging, nothing special here. It is literally just a box. It comes quite nicely packaged. It looks pretty flashy. It's got the dedicated Catz robot on there, and all in all, you've got a little touchy-feely bit should you find this in person. But the important part is obviously what is inside the box, and that is a massive gaming surface. This is legitimately huge. It just comes rolled up in here. So let me get this out, and I'm gonna actually have to move the box because there is just this thing is so big. As you can see, the back really nice. It's just a cloth back with a bit of high friction stuff on it, not silicone or anything like that. But if I try and lay this out, because it is actually humongous, you can see that this is fairly big. It is completely catered towards people who game with low sensitivity on their mice, FPS gamers who like moving the mouse everywhere. So to give you some perspective, here is my Rat 9. It's adjusted to be fairly big actually, and as you can see, this thing is just absolutely massive. There is so much space on here that I don't think you could ever possibly go off the edge of this. I think even on some of the lowest DPI settings I've seen FPS gamers use, you could happily do, well, probably a 720 if not more across here with this much space. So it is really solid. It is greatly big, and it feels really comfortable to use. And this is the big difference between, say, the G.L.I.D.E 7 and the G.L.I.D.E 5. Is the padding. So just going to move the mouse for a bit and actually just show you how thick this is. It's only 4mm, so it's not massive by any means, but it's got a really nice texture to it. It's still firm, so you're not sinking your mouse into it, but it really reduces the strain on your wrist. I've been using it for a couple of hours, and you just feel comfortable using it. It's very nice. The other nice thing about it is just that it's got really good tracking. They say it's about 400% better tracking than that of the average gaming surface. And I can believe it. It's got a nice feel to it. It's got a bit more friction to it than the G.L.I.D.E 7, but it's got a really smooth feel. As you move the mouse over it, you're not going to have a problem, and you still get that good feedback. And I really don't like gaming surfaces where they're too smooth. I just find it very frustrating and very awkward. So all in all, this feels really nice to use. It's accurate. It works well with laser and optical mice, and I just don't have any complaints about it in the slightest. In terms of personal preference, one thing which some people may not like is the thickness, and that is ultimately down to what you like in a mouse mat. I know some people, if you like resting your arm on the desk, it can rub a little bit on your forearm, but that isn't a big problem for most people. In terms of its actual size though, that could be a limiting factor. I know that when I was using it on my desk, the way I have my keyboard set up, I've got quite a wide keyboard, I had to put it actually the other way, so this way, in order to fit on beside my keyboard. I know a lot of people put their keyboard on top of it, covering half of it and things like that, which is obviously ace as well, and it just comes down to personal preference, but just do be aware that this is absolutely massive. According to Catz, it's 317% larger than your average mousepad. That is how big it is, and just in terms of my hand and the mouse on there, I hope you get a good feel for just how huge it is. The only thing it doesn't come with, which obviously the G.L.I.D.E 7 does, is a carry case, but in reality, it's a cloth covering. It's not got the silicone backing or anything like that, so it's not going to pick up dirt too easily. And all in all, it's just a really nice mouse pad, priced very competitively, and it looks pretty swish. I love the design of it. I think it just looks absolutely solid. So that's the G.L.I.D.E 5. You can see the written review of it. I did as well. It's in the video description below. It's over at Definitive Esports, and yeah, there's a whole ton of other reviews of the other gaming surfaces there as well, if you can't make your mind up. I'm Maddles. Thanks for watching. See you soon.